episode of Clarissa Cooks It All. And today we're going to be making some shredded chicken, a homemade barbecue sauce, and also some deep fried cucumbers. Let's get.
For our chicken, we're going to start off with 5 to 6 chicken breasts. I had 6 here and I seasoned them all up, and one didn't fit in my pan, so I actually threw it in the air fryer instead. But we're going to take and we're going to lightly season both sides of this chicken up with some salt, some pepper, a little bit of onion powder, and some garlic powder. And you want to make sure you get it all into the meat and coat both sides. Then in a preheated pan with about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, we're going to go ahead and start laying all of our chicken in here. And we want this at a high temperature. We're going to sear up both sides of this chicken. And then once we have both sides all nice and seared up, we're going to go ahead and add just enough water into this to where it's like it's half covering the chicken. You don't want it to completely cover it. These are chicken thighs and they're not going to take that long to do. And you're going to put some water on there, and then you're going to cover it with a lid and let it cook until it's nice and tender and falls apart. Once your chicken is nice and tender and completely cooked, we're going to go ahead and remove this from the heat. We're going to take the chicken out and let this cool and get it all shredded up. And then we're going to work on our barbecue sauce. We're going to need 1.5 cups of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of molasses, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of honey mustard, a 1/2 tablespoon of both onion and garlic powder, and then also a 1/2 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And we're gonna just cook this for a little bit until it's all, we're gonna give this probably about 5 to 10 minutes to cook. We want this on a nice low heat though. And then once this is done, we're gonna just take this and pour this over top of our shredded chicken and get it all mixed up. Make sure all your chicken's coated nice and good. And then we're gonna take some thinly sliced pieces of Swiss and throw this on top of here and cover it with a lid just long enough for it to get all nice and melted. And then you know it's all done. I did toast my hamburger buns as well in my air fryer. I think with barbecue chicken sandwiches, you want a nice toasted piece of bread. Now for our cucumbers, we're gonna go ahead and slice up 1 English cucumber. And we're going to marinate this in a little bit of a sauce. I did my sauce that I would normally do for my cucumber salad. I just left the onions out. And I didn't really add too much for seasoning I didn't do that. I put that into the flour instead. So for this, we're gonna use 1.5 cups of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And get this all mixed up, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw all of our cucumber slices into this and toss them in there. Make sure that they're all nice and coated. And I kind of went back a couple times and just mixed them around so that they were all still getting, because the sauce will kind of go down to the bottom. I let these marinate for about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna go ahead and deep fry these. We're gonna use 1/3 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, a half tablespoon of parsley, onion powder, and garlic powder. And we're gonna take our cucumbers and we're gonna coat them into this flour and cornstarch mixture, and we're gonna go ahead and put them in a preheated, I used my wok for this with some oil in there. And we're gonna reserve the sauce that's left in here from the cucumbers, and I use this later on for dipping my cucumbers in, and I actually put some on my sandwich as well, and then put some of the sauce on top of it. And you just want to deep fry these until they're all nice and golden brown. And here we go. A simple, easy made barbecue sauce with some shredded chicken and some deep fried cucumbers. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed.